I've only got 10 minutes. I don't expect that I'm going to convince anybody in the room of anything in 10 minutes. If I do, then, well, anyway. Um, but I hope that you see something of interest here and come and find me or President of the company, Richard Spencer, and bend their ear, and we'll tell you a little bit more about the project. So it's called the Lost Cities Project, Kudaku Project. Forward-looking statements. I'll probably be making nothing but forward-looking statements, so just be advised. So, in any junior exploration company, the three most important things for people who are kind of new to the space, you need a fantastic piece of prospective real estate. Nobody's going to go and look for gold in Nebraska because nobody's ever found gold in Nebraska. So, you know, you got to go in the place where gold has been found before, but has a lot of opportunity. Number two, an experienced exploration team. Without that, you know, a lot of companies and even people who are presenting here, they use consultants to do all their exploration, but these people have no skin in the game, and honestly, I don't think they're really as motivated as they should be. We have all of our employees have got stock options right down to the cleaner in the office, and they are very, very motivated people. And number three, cash in the bank and demonstrated ability to attract investment. Because if you don't have investment, they call junior mining companies flaming matches. And we live and die by investment. And if we don't have the investment, we can't make the discoveries. So if you want to make jumbo elephant type of discoveries, these day and age, you got to go to virgin areas. That's just the way it works. You're not going to go and find this stuff in brownfields. Brownfields exploration is not going to find world-class deposits. We're looking for world-class deposits. This comes off of an old map, actually from the area of Ecuador, and it says in Latin here, it's from about 1550, it says, past this point, nothing is known. And certainly in our area where we're working in Ecuador, nothing previously was known. The only exploration that was done on our concessions was by oil companies back in the late 1960s. So here we are. You've been hearing about Ecuador this morning, both from Ron with Lundin Gold and with Anna with SolGold. And Ecuador is a little bit of the flavor of the month right now, but for a very good reason. There's lots and lots of stuff going on there. Now, it's a great jurisdiction. It's underexplored. Of all the countries in South America, it is the least explored. Only about 5% of it's been looked at. And the majors are now piling in. Now, Anna wouldn't have mentioned this to you, but I think this is the reason why the share price has been moving for SolGold. This is an author out of Australia who thinks that there's going to be a bun fight between BHP and Newcrest for Cascabel. Maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't happen, but the point is that Ecuador is de-risked. Now, if you try to do an exploration program here in the US, try to do one in California and see how far you're going to get before you have a court injunction against you, right? This place is wide open, and there are companies that are doing exploration and finding stuff there right now, and the majors are starting to get involved. This is from Ron's project, Lundin Gold. Again, look at this here. In red here, these are the twin declines that are going down on the Fruta del Norte deposit. Orion and BlackRock funded this, and they would not be there if they didn't think that the country risk has largely vanished. So this is a great, great jurisdiction. It's one of the reasons why I'm back there. You know, the SolGold folks say that they have first mover advantage, but actually I've been working in Ecuador since 1998, and Richard Spencer has been there since the early 90s. We've been there for a long, long time. So where we're working, I'm going to come over here. Our property is in red here, outlined. 208,000 hectares, that's over 500,000 acres. Down to the south of here, lots and lots of things have been found. Fruta del Norte is here. It's 100 kilometers from our southern boundary. There's a copper porphyry that's in pre-production right now with the Chinese. Bunch of copper porphyries in here. Lots and lots of gold. A lot of exploration that has gone on up to here. And then there's a canyon occupied by the Rio Santiago. Santiago River. The river runs east into the Amazon. It's the only river that does. And for whatever reason, companies didn't go north of there. Now granted, until a few years ago, there was very little infrastructure in the area. That has changed. So, we're going to toot our own horns here for a little bit. Management's discovery history in the contiguous mineral belt. Well, Richard was responsible for discovery of most of the porphyry copper, and I was responsible for a good chunk of the gold. The previous company that owned London Gold's Fruta del Norte deposit was my company, Aurania Resources, which I started in 2001 and took to the market in 2003. I was the largest shareholder. I was the VP of Exploration, and we were taken out in 2008 by Kinross. So that's my claim to fame and my discovery. And fortunately for me, it kind of bankrolled what we're doing now. So there I am, like a proud papa, looking at 12 boxes of visible gold. That's at the Fruta del Norte deposit back in 2006. Now, the share price of Aurania went from 46 cents to $43. That's a move of 9,200%. I'm not going to tell you today that we're going to do the same thing again, but the reason why I'm involved back there is because I think we can do it again. And, you know, unlike, because of, I guess, my notoriety down in Ecuador, we've been getting a lot of play in the media. Now, the project is called the Lost Cities Project. That's because when I originally started this way back in '98, I was working with this professor. His picture's down on the lower part of the frame there. And we've got very good information of 2 gold mines that were worked by the Spanish conquistadors for 35 years and then abandoned around 1605. But that is not the focus of the exploration. We're going at this thing in a technically responsible manner, and both myself and Richard Spencer have PhDs in geology, and we're using the tried and true methods of exploration that have rewarded us in the past. You won't find many people here at the show who have an article on Bloomberg Businessweek, but I'm able to get the attention of the media, which is a great thing. I'm going to blow my own horn here for a second. Skin in the game. I own 51% of this company, and I draw no salary. The only other person I know in the business who doesn't draw a salary and owns a big chunk is Rob McEwen of his company. He owns 26%. I own 51% of this. I am completely aligned with the shareholders. If this company doesn't make money, I don't make money. The reason why I own 51% is because I think we got the chance to find another Fruta del Norte, or 2 or 3, as well as porphyry copper. So back in March, I loaned the company $2 million in the form of a convertible debenture, which converts at $3, and that's because I'm a real believer in this thing, that it was going to go from 2 to 3, and actually we're up 50 cents today. So we're well on our way. And as it says at the bottom there, I've spent more than 10 years on this project to date. A long, long time, big chunk of my life. So I want to point something out to you, which is quite important. This orange here, what this is granite. And you can see the purple and blue here, little remnants of it here and there. There's a lot of gold alluvials in that area because the gold deposits have been eroded down to their roots, and there's almost nothing left to them except the gold in the streams. Up. Does that mean I'm running out of time? 1 minute? Okay. Up in this area, that hasn't happened. So, the deposits are largely intact, and that's what we're after. Now, I'm going to skip ahead here because I'm obviously almost out of time. 2 things here. Okay, this is important. We've been finding these things in the field. very, very weird looking stuff. What the heck is this? Well, it turns out it's very much like what is found under Yellowstone Lake in Yellowstone National Park, where there are gold deposits forming today. All the hot springs you see in Yellowstone are associated with gold. It's illegal to explore for gold, of course, in the park, but there's lots of exploration that has happened on the edges of the park. And historically, even before the park was established, there were gold prospectors in there. So, yeah, this is what we're finding in the field, an analog to this. This is a geothermal vent, which is formed on the base of the lake. So I'm going to move quickly to this. This is today. Made a press release this morning. We found 2 areas. They're 20 kilometers apart. They contain chalcocite and malachite. This runs 3% copper. And here's another sample. We've only got, we haven't got the over limits on this. We know it runs at least 1%. Looks to me that it's going to be at least 5%. These are just grabs. But the thing that is important, thing that's very important here, unlike So Gold, where the copper is starting maybe 400 meters down, this is way up here, where it's going to be real cheap to mine it. It's chalcocite blanket, and that's the story so far. Thank you very much.
Keith, thank you very much.